Customs and Excise Tariff (ETC), Consolidated Act, Personnel Income Tax Act, Capital Gains Tax Act, Stamp Duties Act, and Petroleum Profit Act to provide for the review of tax provisions and make them more responsive to tax reform, and for related matters. HB 423 be read for the second time. I so move, Mr. Speaker. Review of various acts of law that currently border on revenue generation and the creation of conducive environment for businesses to thrive in this country. And the outcome produced what we are talking about today. Basically, the objectives that the bill seeks to achieve includes promotion of financial equity by mitigating cases of regressive taxation. As you all know, we seek to promote progressive taxation, one that takes more from the rich than the poor, such that the richer you are, the more you pay, as against regressive taxation that takes maybe the same from everybody, irrespective of the level of income or a wealth level. Secondly, it seeks to reform the domestic tax laws to align with global best practices so that Nigeria can be operating like other countries that moved away from the level of development they were 20 years ago to where they are today, and so that will help us also to speed up the process of moving to the next level. Thirdly, introduction of tax incentives for investments in infrastructure and capital market, etc. And also to support small businesses in line with the ongoing ease of doing business reforms. We are all aware that a lot of international investors complain about the challenges in investment, particularly those old policies that encumber the processes of coming into the economy and getting things done as speedily as possible. So this act seeks to review the existing laws to ensure that the processes are easier and faster for businesses so that we can attract more investment to the country. Also, it includes raising revenues for governments by various fiscal measures, including a proposed increase in the rate of value-added tax from 5% to 7%. To achieve this, 7.5%, sorry. To achieve this, the following existing acts are to be amended. Companies Income Tax Act C21, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 as amended. Also, Value-Added Tax Cap V1 LFN 2007 will be amended. It will also touch on Customs and Excise Tariff Act, Consolidation Act Cap C49, Laws of the Federation of 2004. Also, the Personnel Income Tax Cap P8, LFN 2007 as amended will also be amended to seek to provide clarity and efficiency in the administration of individual income tax in Nigeria. The Capital Gains Tax Act Cap C1 LFN 2007 will be amended to cover the taxation of business combination and seek to prevent abuse or provision of the Act on ground restructuring. Finally, the Stamp Duty Act will also be amended.
Be now read a second time. Those in favor of the motion should say aye. Aye. Those against it say nay. Ayes have it. The clerk is invited to read the long title of the bill.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, the bill for now to amend the Companies Income Tax Act, Value-Added Tax Act, Customs and Excise Tariff Act, etc. Consolidation Act Personal Income Tax Act, Capital Gains Tax Act, Stamp Duties Act, and Petroleum Profit Tax Act to provide for the review of tax provisions and make them more responsive to tax reform and for later matters. Second reading.